Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Sales Remastered. I'm your host, Daniel. And in this episode, I'm actually going to share some content that should change the course of your sales career if you're not already doing this. And, having this channel at Sales Remastered, it's been around since February 2017, and it's seen pretty good growth on other channels, not so much on YouTube. But like the Instagram and the Facebook page, with the help of the hashtag strategy, I'm able to attract certain people who are interested within this niche. And so if you found Sales Remastered, you must be interested in enhancing yourself, whether your hustle is a full-time sales professional or you're an entrepreneur and you're just trying to figure out how to get your product selling. And so you or your sales team or maybe sales representative, who knows how big your company is responsible for making the initial contact with the prospects or the consumers. And so whether it's business to business or business to consumer, sales is sales. And this is what you're going to learn here are the fundamental pieces of why some achieve sales far easier than where you may see an average sales representative. So in short, the difference between the sales representative who works 16-18 hours per day and they're producing just as much as a closer who only works 8 or 9 hours per day. And so my videos are going to show you how to be the latter, show you how to be a sales representative who can make just as much sales and have just as high of a conversion, if not better, than a sales representative who has to put 12 to 14 hours per day. You see, the mindset between the two are the same. They both have a goal. It's just that one has to work more hours in a day to hit that goal, whereas the closer is very well aware of themselves, very well aware of the consumer mindset, very aware of the buyer and spending habits of the public. And this is where it becomes very powerful to them, where if they choose to work 12 to 14 hours per day, they control their income. Meaning if they need an extra couple grand for a summer vacation, or because they want to go buy a house, or because they want to buy a new car, they have the choice to just basically kick it up a notch and throw their sales game in gear and just put in an extra couple hours. But I think that a lot of sales representatives who are putting in the work, the blood, sweat, and tears to make shit happen deserves the opportunity to figure out what the fuck the big secret is. And so here I'm going to share all of this information with you for free. My whole goal, my whole mission right now is to connect with hustlers who are respectful. When some have the impression when they hear the word hustle or hustler, they might think of some guy standing on the corner selling drugs or selling some shit out of the back of their trunk. And it's not that way at all. It used to be. But modern day, just like sales, everything evolves. So now hustler, the actual word hustler, is sexy. You see it on shirts, you see it, it's got its own its own hashtag. And so hustle has now a different meaning. But then again, if you ask some people, what do you think hustle means? Hustle means that you work faster, like you run faster. When it's actually not. Hustle, just generally, what it means today, it means work. What it used to mean when I was growing up, hustle meant lying. Hustle meant you are like a con artist. Whereas now hustle has this bright light. It's kind of like tight clothes. Back when I was growing up, man, I'm not that old. Back when I was growing up, baggy pants used to be the thing. Right now, it's got to be tight enough to where how much exact change is in your pocket. Like if you can't see how many coins are in your pocket, shit's not tight enough. So it evolves, right? And so this video is going to share with you one helpful piece of advice that can genuinely change the course of your sales career. And it's really a matter of understanding the resource that you have in front of you that you're currently using right now. God, I hope you're using one right now. And it's called the CRM. It's basically a client management system that manages your data. So your names, phone numbers, emails, addresses, certain information, notes, a con log or a conversation log on a sales lead or a sales prospect. And each company should have one, whether it's a third party or it's their own proprietary CRM. You have to understand the engineering behind it, understand its capabilities, understand its drip campaign abilities. And for those of you who don't know what a drip campaign is, a drip campaign is basically an automatic email setup where it appears that you're sending an email out at a specific time in a day, when it's actually an automatic drip. It's an automatic email campaign. So, you can customize it. Your company may already have some that's already customized. But the reason why I bring this up is because that CRM should be working for you. And so where right now you may be inactivating leads or just turning down leads simply because you cannot flip or make a sale today, right now, then I think that, it doesn't necessarily mean that you should inactivate the lead and not revisit it in the next 5 days or week or month. Because the truth is that with the advancement of technology, the consumers are given this new opportunity that they didn't have years before, and it's to get quote. It's really just internet has expanded everyone's reach to do more. It's expanded their reach to communicate with more companies. It's expanded their reach to get more information faster, easier, and more organized. And this applies not only for us as sales representatives to reach more consumers, but it also applies to consumers that want to reach more companies and get a better pricing. And so the reason why I share this with you and why learning what your CRM does is because in order to build a book of business, you have to think long term. And if you're inactivating or pushing leads away simply just because of one little form of resistance, as you watch Sales Remastered, your sales skills will enhance. The slogan of Sales Remastered is enhance your game and refine your hustle. Redefine it. Like understand why you're putting in so much work, and it's to make a sale. And so if you are more selective and smart with your time, you can achieve far more as you build the momentum. And so, for example, if you talk to 5 or 10 leads in one day, we'll use 10 as an easy number. So out of 10 leads, you're only able to flip and make a sale to 1. Now I'm going to take other things in consideration, like maybe FICO scores too bad, the value's too bad, or there's something uncontrollable or unfixable to flip that deal within the first year or two from that time of engagement. And even then, I'm confident that wherever I am, I plan to build long term. And so I'll push a lead out for 3 years, assuming that I'll be at that organization in 3 years. Where I think most sales agents kind of just, it's like the person that stands by the door, at like a department store that checks your receipt, or greets you and says hi, if or asks you, can they help you? And if that person says no, then they walk away. Whereas on the telephone or in a call center environment, or fuck it, even in person, when you meet somebody, just because you can't help them does not mean you shouldn't network, does not mean you shouldn't exchange information and keep that information, because that person who you could not help today will, and you may be able to help in the next maybe month or 2 months or 3 months. And what happens after you treat every single day as an opportunity to meet new people versus, oh, I need to make a sale, can I sell you? No, because the tones change, right? You can hear it on your own floor. Once a sales representative understands they can't make a deal that day, their whole tone changes, their demeanor changes, their excitement comes down in their tonality. And they may not be doing it because on a subconscious level, they already are telling themselves, fuck, I'm wasting my time. And that's all right. We as sales representatives need to respect our time. We need to know what we bring to the table. We need to be cautious on where we focus our energy. But at the same time, we have to continue the perception to the prospect that we're professionals, and we'll give them a call, we'll keep them updated, or we'll check back in with them when the time comes. Meanwhile, take my information. Here's my email. If you see me in your spam or junk folder, please unspam me, because I'm going to send you some very helpful information in the interim while we wait for your time to come. And that, you'd be saying that to the prospect. But consider that. Do that today. So after doing this for so long, those that you pushed out a month or 2 weeks or 2 months or 3 months will eventually happen, right? And so now, instead of waiting for new intake, new leads, you actually have a reason to follow up with someone who you professionally dispositioned and talk to and prep and set the expectation that you're going to follow up with them. Now you have somewhat of a bond, of a history, of somewhat of a relationship, and like, hey, you know what, you remember me, I talked to you a couple months ago, as promised, I'm just checking in to keep you updated. Far stronger than trying to tap dance and flip someone into a sale where you've just met them for the very first time. So I think that that's powerful. Please put some thought to it, and I hope that it definitely makes your day. Thanks for joining. Bye.